And the object is not to go past that lip right there. See how that bevel is right there?
Yeah.
Just go down and do that. Here, we'll make that one. Pick it up. So I'm just going. Those two and those two. Are you starting?
Yeah, I started.
Put a little filter on the back of the drill. There you go. That's good. Keep it running and then pull it out. It's easier to pull out when it's running. Straight down. All right, pull it straight out. There you go. Now what we'll do is, these brackets are made, help support it where to stand up. It's supposed to anyway. Let me put another screw up here in this one to hold it. It's wobbling too much. Okay. What you can do with these screws is start these in each hole. You ain't got to go all the way through, but where just get it started, just like that, okay? And you'll put one in each side and just get them started. And then we'll put these braces in there. That goes in between there. Yes, sir. It's all right. Tee it up. No, watch. Perfect. It'll go. If you need to lay these down and do it, that's fine too. Like right here, it'd probably be easier if you did lay it down like that, flat. It'd be easier for you to screw in. That's all you gotta do. There you go. That's good. Good. All this does is make it easier if those screws are started.
Yeah.
When you go to screw it all together, it helps you be able to hold it together especially if you're doing it by yourself. You see how those things, the way they turn?
Yeah.
What causes that is the grain of this wood. If you look at this wood, see how it's turned?
Yeah.
If you don't pre-drill those holes, that screw will catch that grain of wood. Like that one went crooked on him.
Yeah.
What it did was caught the edge of that grain of wood. And that grain of wood is nothing but a growth ring in the tree.
Okay.
When the tree grows, this is summer wood, is what they call it.
Yeah.
Between each line, that's the growth from one year to the next. This right here is what they call winter, or they call this spring wood, and this right here is like the winter growth. And the smaller, if you see a wide ring and a narrow ring, it depends on how much rain this tree got as to how much growth it got. the wider that growth is, like these right here are wider than these right here. This was a year that they didn't get as much rain. And every year that is bigger, that's more and more rain. It's amazing what you can tell, just the biology that's involved with just the tree. So, you learned other things, didn't you? Okay. What I'm gonna do is you're gonna get over here with that drill impact, and I'll hold this for you. Yep, just start it. All right. That went on in, didn't it? Sometimes when it's doing that, it's bouncing out of there. Just add a little pressure to the drill. Get this. Okay. See how much that little bit of pressure changes that? I'll turn this around. And this one. Well, I got it further away from us, didn't I? Let me get over here again. All right. Can you reach it from right there? Go ahead. Put the other one in right there. Around to this side. All right, put it in right there. Let's fix that now. All right. So that's going to be the base of our chair. We'll stand legs up here and we'll have back legs with the armrest on it. And then it'll go all the way. And we'll make it where it reclines on the back. All right, what we're going to do now is go back to this table saw and start making the boards for the back of this chair. The patterns here. What we got is 5 back boards is on the back of the seat. You got one in the center, one on each side like this, and then you'll have one that comes down like where this one meets here. You'll have another one that sits out here, okay? So the top of it will actually look like it's rounded over.
Okay.
So what this does is the first one's got to be, they're all 3.5 inches wide. So I set this table saw already at 3.5 inches.
Okay.
So what we'll do is we'll have to rip this board down to 3.5 inches. We're gonna cut one at 32 inches long. Then we're gonna cut two at 31.25 inches long. And then we'll cut two at 27.5.
Okay.
So that'll be two outside, two middle, and two inner, and then one in the middle. So that's the way this pattern works. So what we can do, this board, if you look, is 7.25 inches wide. So we can rip it twice, 3.5, and then 3.5 is gonna be 7, and there'll be a little bit left over. What I did was turn this board, see these knots on the outside? I turned it to where this saw would cut those knots out. So we won't be using that last little 1/4 inch. So what we'll do is we'll run this board through there. I'll let you start it. Once we get started, I'll get on the other side and pull it through. Okay. So we'll have to run it through twice and cut it down to 2 boards. And then we can cut the pieces out of it for these.
Okay.
We might need to slide this over just a little because that board's longer. That way it'll miss it when the board comes through. Let me let this down. I have to open it up. Remember, this board is wider, but I would still use the push stick. I always use it whether it's a 3.5 inch board or 4 inch board. And you can start on this back corner and start pushing it through. So, if you'll start, try not to see how that wiggles easily. Try to hold it straight and keep an eye on this and make sure it stays on that straight, okay? And make sure you pick it up and down. So this one's a little tougher because it's a longer board. Just back it up, make sure it ain't touching the saw blade. We'll start it. All right, you can go. Push that to the side so you push it, don't let it go. Alright, you can leave. I was gonna say. That's your first piece? Yes. And the second piece, like I said, like this knot, we'll cut that out, that'll cut out this time when we go back through. Let me move this board out of my way, just so we don't. I'll put it over here. Okay. What you might have to do is hold down. See how it pushes you down? There you go, keep it flat on the table. Alright, now you cut it off. stand back so we don't keep that little scrap out there. All right. Perfect. Well, see, we cut that little knot out there, and you don't even see it except this one right here a little bit. But what we'll try to do is use up the better part of the board for the back pieces, and not hit these knots if we can help it, you know. All right, so now we need two pieces, or one piece, cut, what I say it was, 32 inches, the first piece. So, measure here, 32. We can cut these on the compound miter saw. Then you cut that off with the jigsaw. You see what I'm saying? So once you cut that off with the jigsaw, we'll cut this off, cut that off, we'll cut all the other pieces, and then we need to run these through the Rambo bit. Need your phone? You'll need two of these at 31 and 1/4. Two of them back. 31 and 1/4. 1/16, 2/16, 3/16, 4/16. And 4/16 can be reduced to 1/4. We'll need two of those. So cut this one, and then we'll cut another one at 31 and 1/4, and then we'll come back and cut the next two at 27 and 1/2. Partner, let's get this other board. Just use that same board. Use that way. Here you go. We'll say 31 and 1/4. Yeah. $31 and 1/4. All right. There you go. Measure off another one that's 31 and 1/4. I can't see it, so you'll need to line it up on the line there. Huh? Tell you what, I'll hold it on this side for you. Line your blade up and I'll hold it right here. Okay. That was your 2 at 30. Yeah.